I am talking while muted, because I am that good at streaming. Anyways, here we are for another session of Rime with the Frost Maiden. Sorry we didn't get a Dark Souls 3 stream in this last week. I've been busy, but at least we have some other streams going. And if you guys have not seen, I have now started going live on my YouTube channel as well, in part just to also have the option of it being archived there as well as on Twitch. So I will be streaming to both Twitch and YouTube from now on, as long as everything works the way it's supposed to and doesn't cause too many issues. Either way, with that, we are here. We are getting back into some Dungeons and Dragons, Rime with the Frost Maiden. So look forward to that. And I won't be streaming tomorrow. I do have to work tomorrow. This next week, there will be probably little to no additional streams, including next Sunday. I am out of town for a family reunion until Sunday, and then Sunday evening we're rushing back for another event. So forgive me about that, but we will get more streams back on track later in next week. Anyways, let's get onto the other screen and introduce our players. So, who wants to introduce themselves first? You did more than the one guy. Alright, and who wants to recap us on what happened last time? Yeah, let's hear your perception of what you think happened based on context clues. Yeah. Alright, and who wants to help except for you didn't go chasing him all over the you didn't go chasing him all over the mountains. He came and ambushed you and tried to light the temple you're hiding in on fire. You guys chased him into his trap in the woods, in which you very quickly have discovered that he is essentially a troll, and you need to use fire to keep him from regenerating. So the first time you killed him, you failed to hit him with fire that round, so you got HP back. And then they had to burn the corpse after. And my death dice failed me. In many, many ways. They're not actually death dice. They are very pretty dice that Sabriel, yes, this is the right person. Sabriel's player Patrick bought for me last time I saw them. So they're not death dice, they're just dice lovingly provided by one of my players. They're very pretty, but they are half red. No, but they might be a heliobi. Well, it's red with blue and glitter. Yeah, one day I'll actually put a light on my computer. I looked at buying one actually, and then decided I would wait till after my birthday to make any additional purchases that I don't actually. There we go. Here's my D20. I'll use that to show you guys. So yeah, those are my dice. Those are the ones I've been theming my death dice, but I also have this set of dice that were supposed to be my death dice. I don't think these in shop as well, but they are Rime of the Frost Maiden dice. I have a dice set based on Rime of the Frost Maiden, and they roll like shit. Anyways, yeah, so you guys went ahead and killed Suffolk when he tried to ambush you, chopped off his head, and brought the head all the way back, and got your prize of 100 gold pieces. And you may have... That's up to you guys. So you guys, brought it back to Hiln and got your 100 gold prize for it. You did kind of piss her off, being, for lack of a better term, needy, and trying to hold your debts over her like she owes you more money because, you didn't approach her correctly, and she had none of that. She is a former warrior. She has dealt with this type of shit before. She has been in your place and didn't take any of your shit, for lack of a better term. She kind of shrugged you guys off and let you go on your way. And yeah, so now it is early midday, like 11:30 noon by the time you got there, since you had to backtrack to Torgas or Targos on your way due to a snowstorm. You made it the next morning without much issue, and the rest of the day is yours. And this is where the campaign ends. Everyone's like, oh, nothing's approaching us? Yep. Tourmaline. So, I'm showing you the town map, but I will switch over to the Icewind Dale map so you have an idea. You are essentially very far from where you need to be if you wanted to take the main roads. And it is highly, yeah. It's highly ill-advised to cross the Dwarven Valley, and the entrance up to Calvin's Cairn would be through Konig, where you had discovered through your previous investigations would be the best place to purchase proper climbing gear, as it is that starting out point for heading on an adventure up the mountain. Twice now. You probably have enough supplies to make it all the way to Konig, because Bring Shander's like a full day's travel away. I was gonna say, if you guys like, because we've had so many missed sessions and we are still just finished the first quest, if you guys are deciding to, well, when you decide where to go, I do not mind making one roll for the travel there and fast tracking a couple days or whatever it takes to get to the starting point of the next quest. Yeah, I mean, it won't be like an always thing, but in this case, we've only done one quest, and it's been like 3 months of this, attempting this. Yeah, so with that, I would say you could all mark off I'd say a silver piece for like food and supplies to get like a shared room on the way up, feed yourselves, and get up just basic to Konig. And then you can arrive at the town that will lead up to Calvin Cairn. And I will pull up what you need to know for that town. The white snow-covered slopes of Calvin's Cairn loom large behind the quiet lakeside town. Konig started as a camp for a group of mountaineers with the northern Moonsea region. As the camp grew, a wooden palisade was added to discourage raiders. Later came in stone castle of Konig. Alas, neither the palisades nor the castle fared well. Both fell to orcs before falling into ruin. Konig, as it is known today, consists of terraced rows of houses that recede from the shores of Loch Dineshare, like the tiers of an amphitheater. The harbor is frozen, the docks skewed and broken by the shifting ice. Buried under the snow on the slopes above the last row of houses are the ruins of the care that gave the town its name. A reminder of the people of Carrick-on-Ig that nothing lasts in this corner of the world. Travel to and from this remote town was expedited by the ferry that ran out of East Haven. But with the ferry shut down, Carrick-on-Ig is completely cut off by mountains, lakes, and snow. Forced to live on what they can haul out of the ice over lake, the people of Carrick-on-Ig are bitter and angry. They believe the rest of the town has abandoned them. The only thing that keeps the town folk from leaving is the beer in the local tavern, which seems to run out. As if things weren't bad enough, the town was suffering several mysterious break-ins recently. No evidence of the intruders except for dwarven boot tracks in the snow leading north. Since there's no known settlement in that direction, the townsfolk assume that Orl's everlasting winter has taken its toll on the dwarves of Kelvin's Cairn, forcing them to come down from the mountain in search of food or beer. The townspeaker, a heavy drinking dragonborn named Trovus, patrols at night to keep an eye out for trouble. In his inebriated state, however, Trovus is prone to wandering out into the icy lake or passing out on the ramshackle dock, as he almost never remembers the nightly patrols once his head clears. I mean, this is player knowledge, not you guys. Not character knowledge. This is just an overview of the town, but you guys are just arriving in the town. I don't know what you want to do with the town, but you're arriving. I will pull up a map for it. Yeah, I would say that you probably actually are there early-ish in the day, because Bryn Shander to Cara Dinevel would have taken you about 8 to 10 hours to get there, so there's a good chance you guys rested in Cara Dinevel and left in the morning, so it's probably midday, but you might still be exhausted from travel. You guys start looking for the nearest tavern? Make an investigation check. I think both 16 and 19 are enough to see the place. People, they're wandering through town. The one that they would drunkly wander in and out of is this building here. And almost everyone is... There's a lot of, like, drunk people who wander out of there. Half the time they're not even sober when they wander in. Alright, you're heading into the tavern. Hook, Line, and Sinker is the name of the tavern. This tavern owes its popularity to the free half pints of ale that the proprietor, Eglin Dar Glencore, keeps on the table by the front door. He presses one into the hand of every person who stops by, which compels most of them to stay and order seconds and thirds. The sinker part is in the tavern's name, refers to both the last drink call of the night and when locals challenge visitors to drinking contests. To the last drink that sends the losing contestant under the table. Glenn gets his ale from the dwarves who live in the valley. So as you guys walk in, immediately there's a small mug of beer pressed into all your hands. Welcome! Welcome, my friend! Welcome in. Come, take a seat, enjoy the atmosphere. Alright. You guys head in with your little half pint of beer. You find this place, for being like midday, is fairly busy, and when I say busy, I mean busy for the Tens town. For a town this size, busy is like 8 people in here at once. But there's definitely everyone seems to keep a little bit of a distance from each other too. Like, they, no matter what their hardships are, they're not really on friendly talking terms all the time. The bartender is the same guy who is standing at the door giving away beer when people come in. He jumps around based on the situation, but while no one wants anything, he seems to be stationed near the front door. Welcome, travelers, strangers. What are you doing in our small town? you know who this gentleman is? Garrett. Oh yeah, I remember seeing him come by. He came by for a couple drinks a while ago. Haven't seen him back through. I certainly do hope he is okay. I believe after he came for some drinks here, he went off to the inn for the night. Might have even gone up to Frozen Forest Expeditions. That's where he got, like, the gear he needed. I don't know much else to tell you. He tended to keep to himself. He got his drinks and headed back out. Well, you see, can't tell you much. Not that I haven't climbed it, but you just need to know, it is dangerous. There tends to be, avalanches at times. There's some, caves and caverns. There's another little base camp at the bottom people set up with, and they might be able to tell you more about the current condition of the mountain. But for the most part, it isn't somewhere to go for a walk willy-nilly. You need to have some experience, which, as far as I'm aware, Garrett did, and be prepared to deal with some nasty creatures up on them mountains. They don't like being disturbed most of the time. Some of the sections can be rather treacherous as well, so you want to go prepared if you're going up there. Someone like Garrett got in trouble. Kind of looks you up and down. I don't know if you'd fare much better, but I won't stop you. Oh, you know, there can be some rather nasty yetis, wolves, I believe, not so nasty, but you'll come across a few mountain goats here or there. Don't like to share their space, so don't just, like, go running up behind them. They might kick you, and I guarantee you, boy, they have better balance than you do. Oh, earlier I mentioned that there is Frozen Far Expeditions, just down the road there. And, yeah, there's a lovely person over there to help you with that. They'll get you all set up with the adventuring gear you need. Atina Swift, she's a good girl. Like, she's good at her job, knows what you need when you need it. You're welcome. Alright, so are you guys taking your one free drink and leaving the tavern? Make a perception check. 22. What do you catch on in Chelsea's tavern? You hear someone chattering. In East Haven, they caught an evil wizard who killed some adventurers. Town militia plans to burn the wizard at the stake. I heard the captain of the guard is looking for adventurers to help the another task that may not be related, though. Not that there's many adventurers that come around here lately, but maybe it's worth the trek to leave town. Maybe it's worth leaving town to get some more, though if the work's anything related to catching an evil wizard. Not sure I'm so up for that. That's essentially what you hear. They're going to burn him at the stake, and in the meantime, the captain of the guard is looking for adventurers to help with another task that may or may not be related. In East Haven. as you guys leave, the Greg, the innkeeper, gives you, you know, a casual Glendar gives you a casual have a nice day, but make insight checks. Anyone walking by can make an insight check. Glenn. Well, it's a Glendar, aka Glenn. Yep. A insight. Right, anyone else? Flat pen. Okay, so Harith and Cyril, you catch this. The other two don't. He like smiles and says, "Have a nice day," but you can see there's some like bitterness in his eyes that you came in, had the free offering, and didn't spend any money at all. Asked for information, had yes, of course. And he runs behind the bar and gets you like a nice bottle of hard liquor. Like you just gave him a gold piece, he's giving you a gold piece worth of alcohol. It would be like instead of getting a mug of beer, he just gave you a well, I was gonna say essentially a jug of rum. He's like, here, have this instead. This is what is worth a gold piece. You're very welcome. Yeah, you can just add a jug of rum to your inventory. And you guys head out for Rosenfar Expedition. I'd say for your sake, you actually got instructions of where it is before you just head out, which it is up here. As you guys approach, you can hear the sound of some dogs that seem to be coming from a kennel out back, and the door in front of you, it seems to be open and welcoming for customers. Heading in, you guys see there are two people kind of sitting behind the counter chatting. There is a seasoned, older, not old, but definitely older in age, human woman who is chatting with a dwarf who is sitting beside that looks a little younger, a little more, have a little more pep in their step, let's say. And the human woman looks up. Oh, welcome. What can I do for you? Oh, climbing gear. Of course I can help you get some climbing gear. Let's see what I have here. Let me go collect some of this. You'll need some rope, and you'll need some pittons and some supplies. There's some picks. I'll get in the wall a small hammer to get those pittons in. And she starts running around collecting the items while the DM is finding the price list for said items. So, she gathers everything that you would need. This includes pittons, boot tips, gloves, a harness, and that will, it has rope with it. So for everything you'd need to appropriately climb Kelvin's cairn, it will cost you 25 gold pieces for each kit. It doesn't necessarily tell exactly how many. It's more than 2, but the essence of it is you can get 20 feet up with these pigeons, and then you have to undo and bring the rope up from the bottom, but you'll have 2 or 3 anchor points above you, so it'd be like a handful of pigeons. I think the biggest thing is the boots, gloves, and harness over the pittons that are doing most of the work here and are costing the most money. It will save you 1 gold piece on the pack. As said, it's the boots, the harness, and the gloves that are doing the heaviest of the lifting here. I mean, if you wanted to just buy rope and pittons and make do and maybe give yourself a bonus instead of negating climbing checks, because with the whole kit you don't have to make the checks to climb, like you're not at risk of falling. If you want to try to nickel and dime and make a makeshift way, and because you know the pittons and rope are cheap, So if you want to try to make a makeshift way and take your chance on the checks, you are more than welcome to. That is an option, in which case you would buy those separate from the climber's kit instead of trying to take away the common items of the climber's kit. The woman sits there for a bit and thinks, oh, that was the gentleman. He came in with a few armed individuals. Can't see why someone... He has experience, and he had some very, very well like you folks, they're very well armed. There was Goliath even, and Halfling, and I believe the other one was a Tiefling? They seemed ready to go, bought some gear. They could bought the proper climbing kits, proper climbing gear. So, I'd be concerned if they got themselves into too much trouble. I've seen Garrett come through here before. He knows that mountain like the back of his hand. Sorry to hear that. No. That is quite concerning. Well, I wish you the best of luck in that. Make a persuasion check. Everyone here is in a bad place. Giving out free money is not easily convinced. She looks at you and she's like, I'm terribly sorry about that plate, but, you know, if you wanted to get a good discount, you need to go to bigger towns than ours. They hoard what little resources we have in some of those bigger towns. We struggle to survive. As much as I, like Garrett, I can't be just giving away my items. That would be very bad for not only me, but this town in general. I think there was like an extra 6 silver or something that Tariff is like, I'm taking because I died, and they're like, fair enough. And you got the 16-7. Alright, you can mark off 25 gold if you want to get a climber's pack. She has them available. A climber's kit weighs 12 pounds. Not that I know of, but I just assumed they hadn't accomplished what they went up there to do, so they haven't come back down yet. Not unless it's me and I didn't do it. I think because, like, most people, most backgrounds start with 10 gold. But I think there's been briberies and a few people who's just like, I'll pay for everyone's in-room tonight type deal. Like... Oh yeah, and then at one point you collected gold from everyone to buy climber's kits that realized they're expensive, and you might have only given... Not everyone wanted their gold back right away, they're like, keep it for next time, when we get further up. I don't know, you guys are keeping track of it, but that might be why you feel like you have more gold, because you collected like 4 gold or 3 gold from a bunch of people who had no money, and tried to... says the guy who died. Alright. So. Alright. Perfect. So you guys got your climber's kits, and now what do you want to do? By this point, you got here around noon, so it's probably like 2 o'clock in the afternoon now. So are yours! I will be real, I don't usually play with encumbrance rules. If you want to do it because you find it's more fun, go ahead, but I will not hold you to encumbrance rules. I mean, technically he could carry it until you need it, and then, you pull it out and half of it will be stuck in the side of a mountain. Alright. With that, what are you guys doing now? 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, you panicked. It's okay, you can speak Yeti, I'll be fine. Now I'm just picturing, you transformed into your wolf form, but this really thin, inebriated wolf trying to carry this little, like, gnome that is, like, bulging with stuff, and they're both not looking well. From where you are, it is... Oh, that is the neighboring village. Sorry, I have to find the right thing with the right information to actually... I would say... It doesn't say anywhere how far it is. So let me... I would say it'd take you 2 hours-ish by foot to make it to the base camp. Alright. Yeah. Oh. Sorry, I messed that up a little bit, guys, because so, it's 2 hours till the base of the mountain, not to a base camp, per se. It is. So, from here, it isn't super far, but that's just to, like, start the track. 2 hours to the beginning of the track. That was my mistake. Why is it? Because I'm like, oh, there's a base camp. The base camp is particularly Garrett's base camp he set up when he got there, so you do not know where the base camp is. You do not know where around the mountain he set up his camp to start going up the mountain. But to get to, like, the proper base of the mountain, it'll be 2 hours. Alright. So, the walk to the mountain is pretty fine and uneventful. You kind of just... It is deeper snow, there's less of a path there. There's actually essentially no path to the mountain. You just are trekking through the snow. That is what makes it take so long. Because in theory, from standing on the ground, you can see the camp, or the mountain. It looks like you're close to the mountain. It shouldn't take that long, right? Right? Wrong. So, on the world map, like, the base, I'd say, starts about, here. That is a huge, so your kind of base circles around the outside like that. And there is no sign of where the camp might be. So with you guys on your own, you can try to make a wisdom check, survival check, to see if you could find it. So we have Arcus with an 18. So technically you succeed. That being said, I would say you did have to take a break and look again in the morning. On an 18, it takes about 8 hours of looking to find this camp. Given that you're getting there at 4 o'clock at night, I would say you could start looking. You guys set up camp, and in the morning you picked up for the rest of that time. If you guys got over 20, I would have cut the time down a little bit. But since you didn't, you find it, but you don't find it till several hours into the next morning. So let me go get the next map. So I am just gonna throw one player token down on here for now. So you guys have found a camp down at the bottom. You see 2 tents pitched in the snow near an icy outcropping that acts as a natural windbreaker. Between the tents is the overturned sled. Still harnessed to the sled are 5 howling dogs. Yes. Alright. For fun, let's make an animal handling check. With a 19, these dogs aren't just happy to see you. They are overjoyed to see you. They're like pulling and trying to jump. They can't get very far, but they're barking, and it all seems like happy barks. Though closer you get to them, you can tell that they seem to be thin. A few of them, even through their barking, are shivering. And behind them you can see a few scraps of what seems to be food that they might have gotten into. Um, uh, I mean, I would say a ration each dog would make them feel better. Obviously, they're starving, they would eat a lot more, but overeating when you haven't eaten enough doesn't fix the problem. It might make you more sick. So, I think just starting with a day's worth of food at once would be more than enough to get them started. They very happily take the food from you without they're not malicious about it. You're not afraid of them biting your hand or anything. They just happily are munching on the food out of your hand. Alright, make an investigation check. I would say both of the 21 and 11, like, the camp is pretty much empty. They took their stuff with them except for their tents when they left. Like, the tents were left there. The dog sleds seem to have come down, like the dogs fled from something and landed here. The sled they're attached to is upside down. The first crate busted open, seems to be where the dogs got their food. And the crate, there's a unopened crate behind it that seemed to survive and the dogs couldn't quite reach. In that crate, you are able to find a rations enough to feed 4 people for 3 days. So, I am saying there's no conveniently forgotten diary or journal. That is correct. Yep. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, so you cast Speak with Animals and you hear, Hi! Hi! Hi, hi, hi! 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 They all just sit down. Yeah, we are! We are good boys! Yep. We're all good boys. Except for Boy. Boy escaped. Maybe he's a good boy still. I don't know where Boy went. Oh, okay. Good boy, Boy. You're talking to dogs. What do you expect? Yeah. No, if Freya could talk, she'd be going, Mother, what the fuck are you doing right now? She is giving me a death stare from across the room. Boop to Freya! Let's go! Freya, come here! Alright, Freya, come on! Boop! Boop! There we go, some good Freya boops. Some good Freya boops after that death flare. Yeah, I love you. Oh, how long? Long. How long? What is time? Time. Sun goes up, sun goes down. Eight suns? I think. For the record, it's been like 4 or 5 days since you took the quest initially. Boy, good boy. Boy, help, break Fox. Fox had food. We smart. We savored food. But food's all gone. Can we not be on this sled? We want to go home. We want off our sled. We're going to run home. Go home. I would say make one more investigation check. want. I will say with that, you guys aren't able to scrape up paper per se, but there seems to be like the outside scraps of what might have been a ration packaging that is paper-like. You could probably write on it. Whoever's penning this letter, I want you to make a dexterity check to see how well you are able to write on the back of packaging with a chunk of coal. Yeah. You sit there and you spend a little bit of time writing, and at the end you're like, ah, yes, this is good, and you hold it out and you realize it looks like just smudges of charcoal. The letter the? You can try. You'll never need to take notes. Yeah. Yeah, it is. No, but there are extra planks, so I will say you can roll as well. You guys are vastly unsuccessful at this. It's getting worse. You carve the letter G into a chunk of wood and try to secure it to the dog. How do you plan to secure this chunk of wood to the dog? Make a survival check to see if you've done a good enough job that it might stay in place. Yeah. It seems secure. You can tie knots like a motherfucker. Alright, you guys undo the dogs. And they take off. They look at him, and they look at you guys and turn around and just start running back towards Cognig right now. Alright. I'd say you guys can make a investigation or survival check that due to it being several days and there being lots of snow, there's no clear tracks of where the Garrett might have gone, but you can make investigation or survival to try to discern what the easiest path. And I'd say two of you can choose to make it, or everyone. You get, yeah. I was gonna suggest you guys help each other out and use assistance instead of just everyone rolling. Figure out who would be the best and assist you. You can assist Argus, yes. With the 12, you guys spend a long time, like, walking up and down the base camp. Obviously, the base camp is where they base themselves before going up, so it has to be near here, the best route. But it takes you a while before... It takes you probably an hour and a half-ish, almost 2 hours of pacing back and forth before you find a narrow little switch back up some rocks into the mountain proper. And then as you get up there, the howling wind Blowing snow and slippery ice makes the climb treacherous. Ahead, you see four mountain goats perched on large rock formation around which you must navigate. Not really. The goats are like standing in this pass right here. So if you wanted to go up, like to go around them, you'd have to go back down to the bottom and climb a sheer cliff up instead of following the path. Which I suppose you could try if you really wanted, but yeah, it took you about an hour and a half to find the, Technically, you ritually cast... Yeah. Yeah, you take 10 minutes, you sit down, you cast Speak with Animals, and, well, you can do just that. Who are you? Why do you want to talk? Why are you here? Friend. Why should we let you pass? This is our rock. Make a persuasion check. Make a persuasion check. I don't know, what are you gonna do to... What are you gonna do to help? I would say make a performance check first, and if you succeed on appearing meek, then Merlin can try rolling again. They look at you and go, "No, this is our rock. We protect our rock. Our rock. Our rock." I don't trust strangers. You can wait till we're done with our rock. There are 4 of them. Make a nature check? Five. Okay, how are you gonna try to... Make an intimidation check. They do not understand you, but as you, your hands begin to glow from what looks like fire, and they are mountain goats, and they like this cold winter, and they're mountain. They, look at that, and, Merlin, you hear, they're going to cook us! Run! I knew they were evil! Run! And they go darting off away. Alright. You guys, pass by the previously occupied rock, and continue up the mountain. This rock, as you pass by, you can see why they're protective, as the path is like 3 feet wide between one rock and the other, so you would be like brushing against them while they're standing on the rock. But also you looked at the rock and went, how did 4 of them fit up there? What the fuck? And as you continue climbing, everyone has climber's kits except for Tariff. So Tariff, I will say, still make a athletics check. The DC is lower because you can have some security, but it will not prevent a fall if you slip. The other guys, if they slip, the worst thing that will happen is the rope will catch them. A 17. With that, you are able to keep up with your friends just fine as you continue to ascend the mountain. As you get a little further up the mountain, just past the rock into this area, hundreds of feet up the mountain, you come to a glistening white expanse of packed snow. As you're about halfway across it, you hear a loud crack from higher up the mountain, followed by a rumbling noise as the ground starts to shake in an avalanche. I'd say up to 2 of you can make an investigation check, the others are allowed to help. Alright, looking around, you're looking for, shelter, and you find none. And with that, I do want to know what your marching order is. Okay. Alright, Merlin, you okay in the back? Alright. So, yeah. No. Not really. Alright, I need you guys to roll initiative. Alright, so we have Arcus, Merlin, Kareth, and then Cyril. So, from what you guys can see, looking up, there is about, 100 feet from where you are currently to, the safety on the other side. I guess 100 feet, so for, Merlin, so you'd be, 95, 90, 85 feet for Tara to get to safety, and it is Arcus's turn to move. Alright, so that's 90 feet. But don't you have action dash as well? Action, bonus action, regular movement? Yeah? Yeah, you're allowed to take dash as a bonus action, but that does not negate the you can take it as an action as well. You're a speedy boy. So all of your movement will just barely get you to safety. You are barely on the other side. Merlin, what are you gonna do? Alright. Okay, so you can go 50 feet, so you're halfway out of avalanche range. Put you... So if you wild shaped into something with more movement, you could use your action still to sprint. Fair. Alright, so you move 50 feet ahead. Tareth, it is your turn. Make a nature check. With a 13, if you don't make it now, you might be caught in it. You probably won't get all the way to the bottom, but you might get pushed at least some ways. Alright. Alright. Alright, so you are safe with Arcus. Over at the edge. Merlin is about halfway there. Cyril is still 95 feet away. And before Cyril has time to react, the avalanche moves down the mountain 300 feet, meaning that it is only 200 feet away from you, Cyril. What do you do? Action Surge is a fighter thing. Boop. Alright. So that is 60 feet. That leaves you with 45 feet. 40. Oh, so you get 70 feet. So you're still not out of it yet, but you are closer. Now at the bottom of the initiative order, the avalanche moves another 300 feet forward. As it does, creatures in the space move along with it and fall prone. And you can make a strength saving throw. Alright. So you both end up taking 5 points of bludgeoning damage and are moved 100 feet down the mountain and are prone. That being said, we are back up to the top of the initiative, meaning that, well, first, Arcus, is there anything you can do to help your friends? They are now 100 feet below you. Kareth, is there anything you can do? Alright. I would say you can do it just fine, and that will give them advantage on either the next strength save or climbing check to try to get out. He's throwing it mostly down, less out, mostly down. That's why I'm letting it happen without a check. With that, Merlin. Technically, it's supposed to be Merlin's turn before, but whatever. I don't care. I misread that initiative order. Yeah. Works through the narrative. So you have to use half your movement to get up from prone. And then you have 50 feet. So when the avalanche hit you, you are knocked prone. So to get up from prone is half your movement. You have 50 feet remaining to get out of the avalanche path. The rope is within reach, yes.
And instead, I'm going to use my bonus action to wild shape where I am.
Okay.
And then, since I'm now a wolf, I'm going to jump for the rope and move the wolf's movement speed of 40 feet.
Okay. So you are going to get the wolf's movement speed. So with that and with your other half movement, you are able to get out of the path. You are now below, but you have a rope to help you climb back up to your friends. You won't be pushed any further down the mountain.
There's no way I'm beating that strength check.
Alright. So with that, you are safe. And unfortunately, because Cyril rolled a 9 on initiative 10, they are pushed another 300 feet down the mountain. And must make one more strength saving throw. 12, you fail, but that's okay. I only rolled a 1 for a damage. So, half damage or full damage, you have taken 1 point of bludgeoning damage either way. Now you move 70 feet, so you're 25 feet away from safety, but you are now 400 feet below your friends, and we'll have a long climb back up.
Right. Yeah. So, I guess I get up from prone.
Yeah.
Which gives me... Yeah, but I still have the dash action, though,
Yeah.
right?
You do have...
Yeah, so I'll just move and dash just so I have enough space to get out of the...
Alright. So with that, we will drop initiative. Merlin, you have the rope in hand to help you climb, and Carrot's strength pulling you up. So I'd say you're able to make it the 100 feet. And I guess
I'm still a wolf also.
Yeah.
So I'm probably heavier than I was originally.
Yeah. I'd still say,
How much
Carrot,
does a wolf even weigh?
make a strength check. See if you can upkeep Merlin up.
Oh boy.
Can I give him assistance?
Yes,
Yeah,
you can.
I don't know. I don't know how
Okay.
much a wolf weighs.
Assist. Roll higher.
18.
There you go.
18, yeah, you're able to... I mean, Merlin's holding onto the rope in his teeth and scrambling up. He has sharp claws to help, so you're not pulling straight dead weight up, which helps a lot. But between that help, you're able to get up. Cyril, you actually still have your climber's kit with you, and thank goodness you do. Because 400 feet
Yep.
climb would suck if you didn't have a climber's kit. So I'm going to get you to make a climbing check anyways, just to see how fast you are able to scale. So,
Right.
athletics.
I really don't like today.
Fair. So, with a 9, you make it up. You slip a few times, you're thankful you have these pittons and everything is secured properly, but by the time you make it up, and mind you, this climb, even though it sounds fast, it hasn't been fast. It's been a long, grueling day. You kind of get to the top, and it's dark, and you're exhausted, and if you keep going, you'll probably take a level of exhaustion, because that was a lot of work, and you're not used to climbing 400-foot mountains straight up.
During
Right.
this time, has
Did
Merlin
anybody
made it
else
up?
stick around?
Yes.
Oh,
Merlin,
can I take a short rest while we're waiting for our friend?
You can definitely take a short rest.
Did they wait on me?
I
I kind of got blown 400 feet down the mountain. They don't even know if I'm alive, do they?
Well, yeah,
Are
we
you
can see
alive?
coming back up.
I mean, is there
Blink
enough
twice if you're still
free
alive.
space?
They're kind of on a cliff looking down at you climbing said cliff.
Well, so we stick out the rope for you.
Alright. I just know that distance is something that affects eyesight, but if they can see me, then they can see me.
They can't make out the details of you, but they saw someone scramble out of the snow and start climbing, and they can deduct that it's probably you, unless some poor other soul they didn't notice before is stuck. And you could
Surprised
be
it's
dead.
Gareth climbing the rope.
We're probably gonna take a long rest now anyway, right? It's the middle of the night. And we just dealt with an avalanche.
Yeah.
True.
Man, it's a good thing we told
Still-
those dogs to leave.
Still needed my short rest. Gotta get that action surge back.
What are these resources you speak of?
Yeah, I know, Rogue.
Certainly not anything tangible that can be interacted with in this world.
Exactly.
divine
Looks at
power.
Phantom while I have resources I'll be spending.
Alright. So you guys set up camp for the night?
So,
Probably.
I'm gonna be mean and make you guys do a survival check.
oh no. All of us?
Whoever's setting up the camp.
Not me.
Oh my gosh! Just
Does
kill
anyone
me
else
now.
want? Does
What
anyone
the
else want
heck?
assistance before I make a roll myself? Like I'm like to assist me.
I'll assist you.
All right.
Because my own survival
That was almost a
check
nat 20.
is-
That's tragic.
My own +3 means nothing,
Well, it's a 10.
apparently.
Oh no.
You do your best to pitch a tent, and it's not working. You're on the side of a
Guess I'm not used to sleeping in
narrow,
tents.
cliff. You're like somewhere warm and sheltered. That's not gonna happen. So instead, you guys end up essentially having to secure yourself to the wall so you don't roll off the cliff in your sleep because you're cold. And try your best to get some sleep. I'm gonna make everyone make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
Go dice roll.
Oh, also dice roll.
Now you want to roll a 15.
Why? Why?
I'm sorry, Light.
Oh, come on.
Everyone
And like
except
these
for-
are like some high bonus rolls too, but
except for Conroll.
Who rolled a strength save?
no, I mean it's just yeah, the con roll has a +4, but I just rolled a 2, so it doesn't
Oh.
matter.
It didn't show the plus on. Ah, there we go. 2
Yeah.
plus 4.
There we
Yeah.
go. Never mind.
So unfortunately,
But like yeah,
Cyril,
both wisdom. Oh yeah.
you
Go
did
ahead,
not
sorry.
get a good rest last night. You are left exhausted. It was cold and uncomfortable, and you did not get enough sleep to avoid a level of exhaustion. You do still get all your resources back. Your health is back, your resources are back, but you're tired as shit.
She's not that mean.
How do I go about adding exhaustion?
It's gonna be under.
It'll be under
conditions.
Yeah, we did that
yeah,
last time.
right at the bottom.
Ah, shit, so we
Bottom.
all have exhaustion, huh?
No, only
Uh,
Cyril. The DC was
Cyril.
10.
I'm the only one who had to climb 400 feet
Okay,
up a
okay.
mountain before I did that, so...
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
makes sense you are
sense.
exhausted.
What's that?
The narrative.
Yeah. So.
Where'd you say... Is there... Where's exhaustion?
It's under conditions
I
at
think-
the
Just
very
write it
bottom of
down.
the list.
Conditions at the very bottom. Go ahead, I don't know.
Yeah, let me see if I can help.
There it is, add active conditions. Yep, there we go. Just one.
Just one, yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Alright, so as you guys get up the next day after not too restful sleep, you unfasten yourself from the cliff wall and you continue on. You reach a steep snow-covered incline dotted with jagged rocks. Laying face down in the snow, barely conscious, a humanoid in blood-stained cold-weather clothing.
That's a problem.
That's,
Very much so.
well, I'm gonna check on him.
As you go closer, you find the man is a rugged, bearded man in his prime. He has his weapons and a climber kit, but seems to be doesn't have any other equipment on him. He seems to be wounded and not dead, but not necessarily conscious.
Can I take
Well,
a close look at the wound, see if
I've
there's
got
like a
healing
weapon or an
spells.
ammo that might have hurt him?
Make a
I'm
medicine check. Sorry?
No, I'm just gonna skip all of that and cast Healing Word.
Alright.
I mean, that's fine. No, by all means, still heal him. I'm just gonna look in just in case.
Yeah, so you...
Go, dice roll.
He starts
I don't
to
know, shit. That's an 8.
rouse to consciousness as you heal him for 5 additional hit points. Arcus, you don't know well enough to know what could have... If it was, like, sword or claw. It's like, yep, that's a cut. That was made with something sharp. It's not bludgeoning damage.
Silently curses under my breath.
As you cast Healing Word, you see the man start to slowly stir and look up at you guys rather groggily.
Hello, are you Garrett?
I am.
Mission accomplished, guys.
But we're on the top of the mountain, so we need to get down and get him back first.
Who are
Ah,
you?
true. Your husband sent us to go find you, and we found you.
Of course he did. Always the warrior. And then he suddenly jerks up. My companions, the ones I hired, they're still up there. Yeah. We were attacked by Yetis. I lured them away and tried to get away, but I got wounded. I barely escaped with my life.
Do you happen to see which way they went?
I could take you to where it came from, but there is essentially a bit of a path that it goes up. And as he's trying to point, oh, wrong dice. That's not gonna help me.
That's concerning.
Kareth and Arcus, as this man is talking, suddenly where's my thing?
Suddenly
Make a
Oh no.
strength save.
Ah, shit.
Ay, caramba.
Both of you make strength saving throws.
Ah, shit, I rolled low.
Goodbye, my friends. It was nice knowing you. Holy hell, I rolled a 15!
You
All
rolled
right.
higher than
A
me.
15 succeeds. A
Roll
11
power!
fails. So Arcus, you get hit by this force, but it kind of, you stand your ground, stumbling back a few steps, and it rebounds off. But Tareth, you are suddenly pinned by this mountain cat-looking creature who is
Ah, shit.
snarling and trying to bite at you. Roll for initiative.
I really thought you
Alright.
got Fushul start off the cliff. Go, dice roll.
Oh,
14.
shit, it didn't
Oh.
even roll.
Now I roll nice.
I rolled another 11 for initiative. Nice. Not nice.
15, let's go.
Once again, I am third in initiative.
Alright.
Once again, I am first. This is a rare feeling for me. I like it.
It's rare for me to fail a strength save.
That was hilarious. You failed me, and the guy with 0 straight rolled better.
It just went for me.
It was like, I want an actual challenge. Bring me your strongest fighter. Goes after Tareth.
Alright. So, I can actually just look and see what you guys rolled easy enough. So, we have Arcus at a 15. Then Cyril at a 14. Then we have Tareth at 11. And how high is your dexterity, Merlin?
+2.
Alright, so we have Craig, Cat 1, Merlin, then Craig 2. Alright, Arcus. There is this Craig cat that lands before you after trying to knock you over.
I will strike it with my short sword.
Alright.
dice roll. Hey, 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Alright. And since the strip jumped in front of me, I assume it's within the sneak attack range by virtue of how we're all essentially grouped together.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. In that case, first piercing damage, which is 5 piercing, so for 9 total, plus the sneak attack damage, 4, and then I'm going to strike him now with my dagger. At least, and let's see what we get with that.
Okay.
That one's only 11 to hit.
11 misses. So,
I figured as much.
Overall, you did 13 points of damage.
Yes.
Okay. Cyril, what do you want to do? Unless there's something else here.
If I cast a spell, will it hurt?
Nothing else I
Is
can
he
do.
still under it?
I can
Probably depends on the spell.
Well, it depends on what kind of spell it is. If it's a single target, it won't hurt him. If it's an AoE, you might catch it.
Right, I just know because it's like touch, and since they're both touching, I was like, yeah, well, damn it. But if it's not, Cyril is just
Cast Ice Knife.
exhausted. He is so flipping tired. He really flipping hates this thing's guts for bothering to show up. So he's just going to reach out. Or wait, yeah, actually, I forgot how close we're all. You said we're all
Pretty
touched.
close.
So he's just going to reach out,
They just send you past
grab it, and use shocking grasp. He's just going to reach out and start shocking.
Get over here!
Alright, is that an attack roll or a saving throw?
Pretty sure that one's an attack roll.
Yeah, it's an attack. Okay,
Alright.
I'll roll attack. 14 to hit.
Hey!
Oh yeah, I have a +4, so 18 to hit.
That hits.
D8 lightning damage, so I will roll
Might hit him with a force of gold.
5.
5 points damage. Alright.
Yes, and additionally, it cannot use reactions until the start of its next turn.
Okay.
Alright. I guess I'm up next.
Next is Tara.
Can I stand up?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
We both attacked
Uh,
it, so it's not bothering you anymore.
Ah. Okay, half my movement to stand up. I'm just gonna whack it.
Alright.
Give it a good whack with my sword. Yeah. 26 to hit.
26 hits.
And I imagine I'm not even having my shield on. Actually, I should, because when we've been climbing, I actually shouldn't really have a shield on.
Probably not.
Yeah, so I'm taking that off for now. So, gonna whack it with both hands on my longsword. 12 points of damage.
For 12 points of damage. Alright.
That's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna stand next to it.
Alright. Mock, the one that attacked or tried to pounce on you, is gonna turn around and attack you with his claws. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
Unfortunately, that does in fact hit.
Alright. You take 8 points of damage.
Come on.
Listen to motion and that's all
Ow.
it can do. So, Merlin, it's your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to get any closer to these things than I have to. I'm gonna throw a produce flame at the first one.
The first one, as in the one attacking Arcus?
Yeah.
Okay. So is that a save or attack roll?
No, it's attack.
Okay.
18.
And 18 hits.
For 7 points of fire damage.
Okay. Alright, anything else you can do?
Not really.
Alright, not Merlin. Alright, Tareth. This, Craig Cat attacked you, and it's gonna continue attacking you, because, actually, no, he's gonna turn away from you. And
Oh,
he
no.
is going to go try to attack Gareth. Gareth. He rolled
Guy whose name starts with a G.
a 20 to hit Gareth.
Is
That-
it getting out of my
Hmm.
reach in order to do so? I don't know.
Probably not. You guys are kind of circled around him.
Okay, just gotta ask.
And that is for 13 points of damage.
No.
You healed him 5?
Yes.
Alright, so, Garrett is, on the ground bleeding out right now.
Son of a bitch.
I guess it's your turn.
I guess I'll.
Oh, the kitty.
I'm gonna keep the one that attacked me preoccupied, as hopefully the others can better help heal Gareth and get him out of here.
Okay.
So, and we strike with the short sword. Yeet. For 25 to hit.
That hits.
Right, 4. 9 plus 1, so 10 points of damage.
Alright, this cat is looking quite bloodied.
Well, be better, because here comes the dagger. Hiya! For 23 to hit.
That hits.
For only 4 points of damage.
That is just enough.
Do not mess with me!
You see one, take down Garrett, and you're just like, oh shit, I have to deal with this now. And with a rapid stab of a blade, well, it's distracted by the scent of fresh blood. You drive your sword into its neck, and as it jerks back, you're able to take your dagger and drive it right through the heart. And
Alright.
all of this,
And can I move myself in between Gareth and the other mountain lion cat, wherever the hell we're fighting, thingy?
Yeah, you can kind of push yourself in the way.
Right.
Cyril.
Cyril is really annoyed that this is still going, so he decides to cast Magic Missile.
Fair.
Bang.
Alright.
Roll damage.
And he's going to attack that one cat with all 3 of those darts. So
I would hope so.
roll 1.
I would hope he's not
Yeah,
gonna
that's
attack
not really
the
anyone
dead
else to
one.
attack. That's 2 damage, 5 damage, and 3 damage. So I attacked it for 10 damage.
Nice, nice. He is looking fairly hurt. He's definitely bloodied. Alright, anything else?
I think that's all I can do.
Alright.
Presumably I have a bonus action, but I don't remember what to do with it. So.
Following up immediately with an attack.
I thought you could only do one or the other. I told you, I don't have experience at this game. Whatever. If I can attack, then I'll attack. Sorry.
I mean, technically,
I
you
have
can
a
still
mace.
do a bonus action, but you can't. Like, Mock can bonus action attack with his dagger as an offhand weapon. Only if he does an attack roll. If you do a spell, you can't do like an offhand bonus action attack. So if you had like a
So I
bonus
can't do
action-
anything else.
Not unless you have something on your sheet that is specifically a bonus action. That isn't just like offhand.
It says healing word is a bonus action for some reason.
Healing word
But
is
you
a
can
bonus
only-
It's in the
action.
bonus action section.
It is a bonus action. You can
Okay.
only cast one spell a turn, though.
Right, that's fair. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not experienced.
That's okay. We're still learning. You're allowed to
Wow.
learn.
Yeah. Plus that rule is
How dare you put on your reading glasses
worded
and learn?
weirdly too. Anyway. Yeah.
All right. So 16.
It says
hits.
two-handed weapons is a bonus action, but I've only got one-handed weapon, so...
Yeah.
And slashy slashy. That should be 13 points of damage.
That is enough to take it out.
Off with his head.
All right.
Off with it.
And we're staying in initiative for a second. So Merlin, is there anything you want to do to?
You cut out in the middle of that.
Is there anything you want to do?
Yeah, cast healing word again.
I just fixed that.
So you cast healing word. He didn't have an initiative, so I was gonna put it at the end of this initiative round. So that's good. 4 points of healing. He comes back to consciousness as his wounds slowly knit back up, and he's like, fuck.
Like, I realize it's entirely not his fault, but, like, I am very annoyed and just say, stop dying!
No, I don't wanna be here dying.
Well, now that you're up, let's get you off this mountain before something else shows up.
No, I have to find the rest of them. They're still up the mountain.
See, you have a husband to get back to. We can look for the other ones.
Right, just get back to the base camp.
Make a persuasion check. With Cyril assisting you.
Alright, persuasion,
Yeah,
hiya.
because I'm not going to be able to make a persuasion check.
Dirty 20.
With the 20, he seems very, disgruntled in a way. Like, he doesn't want to abandon the people who hired him, but he's like, he looks down, he looks at his wounds. Okay. There's 3 of them. Mockingo, Growling Bear, a Kanathi. He's a male Goliath warrior. He wanted to find Oimenera Talk to test his mettle against her. Then there is Carolu Fishfinger. She's a halfling girl of Yondala. And Mokingo's stalwart companion. Then there's Astrix, female tiefling. I don't know much about her though, she doesn't talk a ton. We were up that way, and he kind of points to a bit of a path, and when we were attacked by, as I said, the Yetis, and we barely managed to, well, I managed to draw them away.
We will keep an eye out for them.
I'll be sure to find them.
Also, Gabby, can you write those names in chat? Because I damn sure do not know how to spell them offhand.
I will just copy the excerpts that I was given to you.
That works too. I will paste them into my notes.
Ape.
Oh, that was all one name. What the fuck? I thought that was 2 people. I was like, why are they named Mockingbird and Mockingo and Growling Bear? Those are weird names.
No, that is all one guy. It's all one male Goliath warrior.
It's
Alright.
just your average Hrothgar.
Actually, yes, it is.
So we're searching for 2.5 people.
He looks like at that joke and narrows his eyes and goes, "Yes, with the 3.5 of you."
Hey,
Damn.
I didn't say that shit. Why you gotta drag me into this?
I'm
This
sorry.
is funny.
I just
At least your
healed
sense of
your
humor has
ass.
returned.
I would have hoped he would have been more protective over his traveling companions. I'll be real.
At least
Don't
your
get me
sense of humor
wrong.
has returned.
I'm like, I don't appreciate short jokes either. But damn,
Man, you're catching all the strays. Right, so I guess we wait till Gareth waits. Gareth's gonna go down to the base camp and essentially wait for us, or he's actually gonna go back to, I guess, the city.
I mean, he can do whatever he wants at that point.
I mean, yeah, I was told him to get off the mountain. You have a husband, damn it.
Yeah, he will go. Like he'll leave it with the.
We should
intent
probably
of going
tell him
back to his husband.
We should probably tell him that we already released his dogs to go home.
Yeah.
Are we saying this?
Your
right in
dog's be
front of
waiting for you
him?
when you get home.
They made it home. That's good.
Should
Yeah,
we give
all
you some-
eight, all 8 dogs are accounted for. Boy got home first.
There are 6
And
of them,
then-
but okay.
Oh, there's 6. Okay, well, they
We
sound.
adopted 2 more.
They bark loud enough to sound like 8. How about that?
should we give you some of the rations we found?
That was going to be my next comment. They ate through all the rations, so you're probably going to need a pack or 2 from us.
Just enough to get me back to Herr Koenig. I will stock up there.
And I guess I'll hand them 2.
Alright.
Or rather, let's see,
You will
where's my
take
rations
them
at?
and eat one immediately.
That makes sense.
Understandable.
Minecraft munching noises.
Yeah. He hasn't been stuck here the entire 8 days the dogs have been down the mountain. But he has been, like, unconscious and injured for at least 24 hours.
Damn, that's some serious brain injury.
Listen, we're in a fantasy world. He got that super durability.
Yeah, true.
We're out here on a murder mystery. He's out here soloing a Yeti.
So yeah, once we know that he's like good to go and is heading direct down the mountain, suppose we go up the
Should I
mountain.
give him my cure wounds just to be safe, or
I will take a cure wounds.
I would use it for us.
right?
I didn't
Okay.
take anything, obviously, but some of us did take damage.
Mm.
So, as you guys take time and heal up a bit, I'm going to ask you this. It is 6:45. Usually we have a goal of going to 8, but I know someone mentioned they might duck out early. Do we want to wrap it up here as we're kind of the midway point in this adventure, or do you want to keep going for a little bit longer?
I gotta duck out in like 15 minutes, so I'd probably like to wrap it up.
Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up. This is a decent enough stopping point.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, so, how was that?
Different?
Well, we got Light in his first combat.
Yep.
I participated. I was
Huzzah.
worthless, but I participated.
Welcome to my first fight.
Last week that was...
Merlin couldn't do shit.
And then last week's fight, one of the guards couldn't do shit. It happens.
And
Yeah.
it's surprising.
I
I'm
don't
actually
think
being able to hit
me
stuff
not
now.
being able to do anything had to do with combat, though. I just had a general. Actually, combat went surprisingly well, since I consistently every time but combat.
So
Part
also,
of why I was magic missile. 3 free attacks with no no roll checks.
so do you want to know the fail on my part? The first
What?
half of session,
Sure, why
at
not?
least, none of stream could hear you guys.
Oh.
They heard me, and they heard the background music. So that
Oh,
is,
fine.
This week on alien schizophrenia.
this first stream that was streaming on YouTube was an epic fail.
Oh no!
It's fine. But that means the one part, I can't even remember what the joke was, but I was gonna go back and clip it out because you guys laughed so hard. But it's gonna not work with the
It is lost to the aether.
It is lost.
Oh, wonderful.
So that was appropriate, Mock. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So with that failure of a stream and no one watching, and I don't blame anyone for not watching. Sorry. Yeah, we are gonna wrap this up, and I will not be back for stream tomorrow because I have a closing shift at work. So hopefully Thursday, I should be around on Thursday to do a Dark Souls stream. But until then, see you guys later, and hopefully everything goes more smoothly in the future. That's my hope.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
And with that amazing exit, I guess, fuck this shit, I'm out.
No thanks.
I love being a troll.